I'm Oscar Gonzales. I'm a retired deputy sheriff, and I'm a native Houstonian, and I'm here with my buddy, and we're going to talk about something very relevant with everybody out there.
Yes, sir. This is Attorney Terry Henderson Peden, attorney, educator, and also a technologist as well. So really looking forward to this conversation. I hope y'all get a lot of good, productive information out of it. I'll take this one.
Go ahead.
So as a defense attorney, one thing you should not do with respect for law enforcement is talk to the law enforcement officer more than you need to. Identify yourself, provide your insurance information, but as far as you answering questions about where you're coming from, where you're headed to, if you had drinks tonight, anything of that nature, you can. It's your right? You also have First Amendment freedom of speech. You can talk as much as you want to. But I've just seen so many cases where a person basically created reasonable suspicion that led to probable cause by them just having diarrhea of the mouth. And it was just answering, talking too much. Again, the goal is to navigate this traffic stop as safely for all parties and efficiently for all parties as possible. Law enforcement can mislead you legally throughout the course of an investigation. Right?
Yeah.
They can throw a bone out there and see if you'll pick it up and run with it. And if you do, it has a little string attached. It might pull you back in with that bone you thought you got away with. I'd say that. And so talking too much, talking more than necessary, and not getting out of the car, right? And that was the reason why I brought that up, because a lot of people are under the false belief that an officer doesn't have a right to tell you to get out the car when they do, as for officer safety, right? Later in time, if we could go back and pull a dash cam and it shows that maybe the pretense for the stop wasn't legitimate. They say you didn't use a blinker, you did use a blinker. They say you rolled through a stop sign, maybe you made a complete stop. But that's later, right?
Right.
There's a difference between beating the rap and beating the ride.
That's
Sometimes
true.
You can beat the rap, but you ain't gonna beat the ride, you know what I mean? Or you ain't gonna beat that traffic stop. So I'd say that's probably number one thing, is talking too much. Also, like how Mr. Oscar mentioned, simple things, tags for your car, that's an automatic reason to stop you. Mm-hmm. Now we have the metal temporary tags, but before it used to be the paper ones.
Oh, yeah.
And they flop and flip and do all that, or the person has like a dark cover over their license plate. All of those are bases that if a cop sees that, they can actually engage with you and it be legitimate just on that basis. And let me see if there's anything else just kind of big. And then just like keep your car fairly organized, right? In terms of not having junk all over the place. It might be something in your car from a year ago, if you don't clean your car out, that you forgot was back there, right? So just trying to keep things organized, neat, and like the officer's a human being too. So a lot of times if you greet a person, if they greet you with a level of respect and you greet them back with respect, that could really go a long way. If they greet you with respect and you go to cussing and hollering and screaming and calling them out their name, you could be escalating the situation, and vice versa, right? That goes for the other way around too. But I think those are my key points.
My key point is don't run.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely a loss.
Don't flee. You're not going to beat the radio. You're not going to beat the helicopter. You're not going to beat the traffic. You're going to get caught. And what's going to happen is that you're going to wind up running and killing somebody, or yourself, or your passenger. Running is the worst thing ever because you put everybody in danger.
Yeah.
So don't run. Just pull over, and and if you got a warrant, just man up. Just just own it. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Bottom line. And if you do, hire him. Okay?
Yeah, call me if you want to get free.
Exactly. Call me if you want to get free.
Call
I like
THP. If you want to get free, call THP. Absolutely.
But that's the bottom line. And then, like he said, clean your car. I'm old school, and I love to see clean cars everywhere, and I love to see colors of all kinds of cars and everything else, and I love the slabs, and I love the fancy exotics, and I like the old muscle. I love cars. So, but keep your car clean, keep it neat and orderly, clean stuff out of it, and the other thing, if you're gonna be smoking, don't smoke while you're driving.
That was a good one.
We can smell that.
got
I'm driving down the freeway and I can smell it everywhere. I'm like, I think Houston has an incredible skunk population because it's everywhere. But you know, and a lot of them people, they're not just smoking, they're drinking and smoking while they're driving.
And smoking, and they got the pistol.
Yeah. Oh Lord,
You're smoking, and you got the pistol,
Yep.
and you got the weed, and you got the gummies. And
that's it, you know. And you're getting pulled over because they smelt you a mile away.
sure.
You didn't use your turn signal,
Right.
and you cut off 3 or 4. You went
Tags
all the way.
expired.
Tags expired. You went all the way across from this side of the freeway, way over there, ran 2 or 3 people off. They're gonna pull you over.
made
And
an unsafe lane change.
Yep.
Y'all love unsafe lane change.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, I made an unsafe lane change.
Woo, I got stories. Anyway, so
That's
don't.
an unsafe lane change. Woo, woo, woo.
That's it.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, just pull over and just own it. If you got all that on you, just sit down and own it. Don't
Now,
say
I'm gonna
nothing.
say this. I'm not gonna tell you to tell them to own it.
No,
I'm not gonna. Don't tell on yourself.
no,
But at the same time, don't tell on yourself. But just don't say nothing.
exactly.
A lot of times, a person starts talking, and then that creates another reason for a DWI investigation, for a PC search of the vehicle, for just a more intrusive investigation than would be necessary for whatever that basic traffic violation was. And that doesn't harm the officers, that don't disrespect them, and definitely you're not forfeiting your rights as well. Your right to remain silent, your right to counsel, your right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. All of those things are still intact. Just shut up, you know?
And another thing, I can add something else
We
that I
lacing
saw.
y'all up. Y'all gonna need to pay for this because
Yeah.
we keeping some of y'all out of jail right now.
When you go to borrow somebody's car,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you see him.
That ain't my gun.
Exactly.
I never seen that gun before a day in my life. This is my girlfriend's car.
Yep.
I didn't even know she had a gun.
I have seen good, hardworking people borrow somebody else's car and they get pulled over because the tail light is messed up. And the poor guy is trying to get to work and he's really trying. And it's not his car, but when they search the car, they find drugs and a weapon under the seat.
Sure.
Dude, if you're going to borrow somebody's car, make sure that you check that car because you will pick up that case and that doesn't belong to you, right?
Yeah. Easy.
I've seen-
Especially if you're on parole.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
that's
people on parole, probation, bond, and you're jumping in a car and you're prohibited from having a firearm, being around a firearm, and it could be something that simple. You know, you're borrowing a friend's car, you went to the gas station, the tag was out, expired, and you get pulled over, and now are you gonna tell on that person? Are they gonna automatically step up and even with that aside, you're constructively in possession of that firearm.
Yep.
Right? There's nobody else in the car, or you're in the driver's seat and it's under the driver's seat. You know, you're headed for court and
That's state
possibly a
law,
trial.
right? That's state law.
Yes, sir.
If you have the car, you possess the car, you're driving the car, everything in the car belongs to you.
Right.
No matter who the car is owned by.
That's a tough one to get out of.
Yeah.
How do you prove that?
And I've seen so
didn't
many
know.
good people
Right.
go down and lose their job and get a record that had clean records over stuff like that. And I think it's terrible. So I really hate to see it.
What
but-
about this one? Firearm, no holster. You just got a pistol, no holster.
That's not smart.
It's not smart. Why?
Well, because if you got one in the chamber with these new guns that don't have any safeties, that the trigger's a safety. If that trigger gets caught up on something, you hit the brake and that thing slides forward under the seat.
Somebody
Boom.
get hit. You get hit right in the stomach if it's in the armrest.
Yeah.
If it's under the seat, could hit you all in the leg. Could shoot
Yep.
somebody and another passenger in the vehicle.
Shoot the
So-
gas tank.
Shoot the gas tank. So
There's a lot of issues with that.
for sure.
Firearms, you got to be careful with firearms. Okay, firearms they don't shoot themselves, but they can shoot easily in the right conditions.
Yes, sir.
And I got a story about that. Glocks, when they first came out, because that's way back in the day, because I came back with dinosaurs, okay? But Glocks, they have the safety in the trigger like a lot of the new modern guns do. So I had mine in a holster. I had it in my gym bag, or a bag, and with my gear. And when I went to open the bag, the gun had slid out. A T-shirt had gotten wrapped around the trigger. If I'd have thrown the bag in the right direction, it'd have gone off.
That's crazy.
So I got rid of it quickly. I didn't like that.
You got the 6-shooter revolver.
Oh yeah, I love those.
You got that old one do like this in the Western movies.
No, that's a single action. But anyway, so that's another thing. You know, make sure that you do that. And if you're gonna drink, or if you're gonna smoke, and you're gonna do gummies, stay home. Don't be on the road. Uber if you're gonna do that. You know, and
it's easy. It's so easy to catch a DWI case.
Yes.
But we might be oozing into another
Another
segment.
question.